So this image from Left 4 Dead 2 concept art was recently posted in a Left 4 Dead subreddit. And people were asking, oh my God, these are so cool. Why didn't they put these in the game? These would have been so much better than the creatures they put in the game. Typical response, right? But whatever. But that made me realize that they don't understand concept art because these are in the game. This was us trying to understand what the Charger would look like. And so this is made by Pete Koning. He's back at Valve. He's a super talented concept artist. And one of his strengths is you can take a simple idea and give it to him, and he can come up with a bunch of variations which inspires you, right? Because you always want it to be a two-way street. You want to have the design be like, hey, we see people clumped together and they're doing what's called Shiva stacking, where they are on top of each other and they're all taking turns bashing, and it's impenetrable. So how do we break that up? Well, if this guy just comes in and ignores that and bashes them, that'll do it. And so then Pete takes that feedback and just comes up with a bunch of variation for it. And eventually we come up with something that's a little bit like the lower right, but could have been anything of these, like, kind of balled in, kind of like bowling ball kind of looking creatures more. We like the idea of like this big giant fist, and some jokes about that. And so that's kind of where the Charger got born, was out of this back and forth. I don't even think we had the Charger name. I'm trying to think of, I'll take credit, but this was something I came up with early on, and I think I may have had the name Charger right away. So like it had like, you come up with like names you might have, ideas, the goal of it, and then you put it in. And originally it was just a hunter wearing a colored sweatshirt. And that was the Charger. And then eventually you get the models in. Now they never end up looking exactly like the concept art for a lot of reasons. One is because the concept art and the end game kind of differ a little in style. And so you want to live inside of that space. But also it's what can you render, what can you do? Little flappy things are very hard to pull off well. Like you want to lay into the strengths of the engine. How do you animate things? Like you bring in all of those people and they give feedback and we talk about it. And these kind of things would be posted up on a board as individual shots. And we would go into the room then and put little tags over the ones that we liked best. And that would then be, we would pick something from there and we would go from there. And like it would kind of be refined there, and then the goes from concept art to a modeler, and then the modeler then puts his models up, and that gets feedback, and then we refine it over there, and like so the whole process takes a long time, which is why you put the stand-in of the hunter in the sweatshirt first, so that you can start testing right away and get that feedback. And so that is literally the process for this. And so yes, these are all actually in the game, but this is what they look like in the concept stage, and they change over time.